couple bullet points.
We got some bullet points. Yeah, there's so much stuff that we have bullet points because I don't want to forget anything.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to discuss, we're done with North Korea and the interview. We're going to talk about some ratchet nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a lot of themes in here that apply to everyday life. Yeah, let's get
You can
some
marry
more
it,
red.
right? Yeah.
Of course, why not? I'm not mad at that. A little more red wine. All right. Appreciate you. Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with Mama Joyce.
All right.
Because Mama Joyce is an issue for me, and I'm mad that she's still on the show, that she has such a big presence, and that, you know, Kandi has a husband now. She's got a stepdaughter. I feel like she's enough storylines that Mama Joyce doesn't
need to be in the equation. I agree.
But she is. And I don't know if she's getting checks. I don't know what's going on, but this episode started with Kandi at a not a family reunion,
like a little barbecue
for her aunt, because apparently she's a lot of aunts. And Mama Joyce wasn't talking to her because allegedly she heard some stuff that Kandi
was mad about her boyfriend.
What's the girl's name? Kenya? No, what's her name? Kandi.
Yeah, Kandi. Yeah, Kandi was mad at her boyfriend for wrecking her house out,
which is valid.
Yeah.
You can be mad at anybody for wrecking your house. And we saw it. We saw he did ripping up stuff, leaving stuff half done. Kandi, even in her anger, was still handling it very well. She said last week, I don't get upset over things I have no control over. Legitimately upset, because even if that was my mother, I would be mad. Like, not, I don't have no control. Like, it would be a conversation. Maybe it happens off camera, but it'd be a conversation. And I doubt that Kandi said anything to her harsh, because she never does. So now Mama Joyce is mad at her, not talking to her.
Yeah, and then she had the nerve to say when she was with her in the kitchen with her sister, we try to help her. Help her with what?
Help her with what? Talking about her boyfriend ain't done nothing but... What can't help Kandi needs from anybody?
Help her with what? What did he help her with?
I want to know that. I want to see a list.
Because I can't understand, and I mean, you just can't, I guess you got to leave people to, you trying to help them and you trying to think.
She's a bunch of sound bites.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't make any sense.
Delusional.
What has that man ever helped Kandi to do? What have you ever helped Kandi to do besides... last time you probably helped Kandi with anything. She's like 15 years old.
And then she had the nerve to be like, well, she wants the... And don't act like you don't care about the new house.
Yeah. Oh, she wants to take that house back? She can't.
No, because if she took the house back, you'd be upset about it.
I bet that house is furnished already.
Okay.
You and your boyfriend probably already got your stuff moved in there, talking about you don't care about her house. Because you know your daughter's a punk, and you know no matter what you say or do, she's going to take it. So you can talk all this crap if you want to. And I just wish that one of her sisters would check her, because I feel like that's the only person
they all seem to be afraid of her. Like, they kind of, they kind of like don't want to argue. Yeah. But I think she's like a Nene.
She is.
She's very menacing, and she just will, even if you have a good argument with her, I think they kind of like, you know what, I can't. She'll go on and on and on and on and on and out talk you out, or like what she did when she did speak to her daughter with the I'm ill,
I'm not well,
and I can't even raise my voice type thing. That's another thing.
Talking about like basically like putting it on Kandi, like, but you gonna kill me if I argue with you. You're so bold and brass, and you have all these things to say, but now you're sick, now you need pills.
The same thing Todd said. When it's ready for her to say what she want to say, she's all got strength. Yeah. When you're ready to say what she, tell her about herself. Oh, she's so weak, she can't hear nothing you have to say.
And it's so clear what she's doing. It's like transparent. It's not. You're not even slick about it. It's awful. It's hard to watch. And I don't know if and when Kandi's ever going to call her on it.
Which is why I say I feel bad, because I like Kandi and I like her relationship.
I do.
But Todd, if she doesn't get a handle on that mother, she's going to lose everything. And it's just going to be her and her mother.
Again, like her mother wants it to be.
Because there's no way. She's here to wreak havoc.
And I felt bad like last week when Todd was saying, like, at what point do you get upset? Like, when do you... and like he's still trying to be very diplomatic about it, still trying to be respectful. Because a lot of men, like I could see like Peter would have been like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, Peter would have went off a long time ago. But he's still trying to be nice because, he understands a delicate relationship. But I don't know when Kandi's going to get it. And I feel so bad that Todd's mother is passed now.
I almost thought she had it when she was like, really, Mom? With the text phone, like, you curse me out. You curse me out when I only say X, Y, and Z. Like, she just state the fact that I'm upset about this. Yeah. This is what he did. Can you explain? Someone's have to pay for it. Yeah. Basically, sounds like that's what the gist of things. And she also called her mother out on, you cursed me out after I civilly said this is my gripe, 8.A B C, and it's like you went into high pitch gear, and she just like I said, she did the whole I'm sick, I'm ill thing. So I don't know.
She knows she got her daughter's card. She knows how to play her.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that didn't work. Well, let me pull this out. And then, if all else fails, I'm going to play the sick card.
But it's just sad to see a grown woman, she's at least being in her 60s, at least late 50s, behave that way.
And my thing is this, I could not say I understand, but I might kind of understand if she was lonely and Kandi was everything. But you have a man.
Boyfriend, yeah.
You
should be tending to that.
You have 5 or 6 sisters, you have family, you have a granddaughter, you have a man, a good-looking man too, at that. You got money, you can do whatever you want. Why are you so miserable?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Because at first I thought she didn't have a man.
That's what I thought too. I was surprised. Like, oh, you have a man and he lives with you? Like,
yeah.
And to me, the fact that her husband felt so comfortable tearing Kandi's house up like that and walking away from it just reflects how he knows how her mother has a handle over her. Yeah. Because if any legitimate man, any real man would be like, oh no, we can't do this, we got to fix this, so we got to whatever. But you know that you can do whatever you want.
He literally, it's almost like they gutted all the bathrooms.
And sold it. Like, what did you do with it? That's my next question.
Because I can only think that there's probably really good
stuff. Like Kandi's not gonna have cheap
some
stuff
granite,
in her house.
some stuff, some great tiles and
good, exactly.
Stainless steel. Like it looks like he just stripped it like a car. Like I said the last episode, he stripped down all the important parts of a house, like having a good bathroom, kitchen,
left the shell of the house.
And sold it.
And you're not even.
What are you putting in? What are you putting in?
You put in something better than what she had in there?
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
And now it's convenient that her mother doesn't want the house because it's not her name. Come on, son.
Yeah.
It's just.
So now you buy a new house for both of them in her name.
Yeah, a 7-bedroom house.
After they gutted the house, and who's gonna cop? Because you got to sell that house.
Now you got to. She said it's gonna be several thousand, tens of thousands of dollars.
So she got to put money. So she had to put money into fixing up in order to sell it.
Yeah.
After the damage that your husband did,
and
no one's gonna take
all that money.
No one's gonna. How are they gonna replace that?
She's not.
They don't have the money.
Yeah.
What is he doing? Living off of her, probably.
Yeah.
He probably has some side job because the mother clearly don't have a job.
No.
So who's gonna put that back in? Kandi is. Kandi gonna have to fix that house back up and then sell it.
Because
your own man depreciated the house before she could sell it.
Thank you. Because if you didn't want the house, you could have just said from the jump, you know what, I don't want this
It's not in my name.
Leave it how it is and let her do what she has to do.
Exactly.
But I could see her. He probably started doing some stuff and was like, you know what, it got too much. You know what? We just need a whole. This ain't in your house. This ain't in your.
It's not in your name. I mean, she can come take it. If we fix it up, she can take it anytime she wants.
Whenever she wants. Something happened, Kandi. Here come Todd.
Mm-hmm.
As if her mother doesn't already have securities. I'm sure her mom has money in her own name.
Yeah.
Stocks and bonds and savings and all type. Come on now.
Yeah.
I hate her with everything in me. I hate her almost as much. No, I hate her more than Nene. I do. And that's big.
Because she's old and she should know better.
And she's treating her daughter like you don't do that to your own child.
Daughter, yeah. It's one thing to be like a friend, or if she was a man and she was married to him and it was like an ex-husband and she's like, I'm trying to get all I can get. But it's your child
your only daughter. That's so it's evil. I don't know how you can love your daughter and do that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can.
Yeah.
I have to really question, unless her mother is on something.
She's not on nothing.
Like it. You don't think so?
No, I don't think she's on anything.
She looks like she's on
I just think her personality is just what it is. She's
but she wasn't like that. Like there were seasons ago when Kandi didn't have a man and she used to bring her mother everywhere.
Because she didn't have a man.
Yeah, but I think her mom was cool then. Because she had Kandi.
Yeah.
So now that Kandi has somebody.
My thing is, her mother's always been that conniving woman, but there was no reason for her to be.
That's true.
Because she was comfortable because Kandi didn't have a man.
Yeah, that's true.
But when she got a man, she was like, then she's selfish. Her security became into question.
Yeah.
She was always like that. I'm sure she was always like that when she was slaving away and in the studio. Mm-hmm. You make sure, it's like
take care of your mama.
Yeah, she's one of those women that she is dependent solely on her daughter's talent and her daughter to taking care of her, and she's making it the right of, I'm your mother.
Yeah.
She's putting that guilt on her. She's selfish in that way.
It's a terrible thing to watch. And I love Candy and Todd together. I think Todd is a great guy.
I know.
I really hope that, he's very patient. Yeah. And I hope that this doesn't break him up. But I can see it happening.
I can see that he can,
Because real talk, besides the fact that Candy's a millionaire, and I don't think he wants her money or he needs her money because he's self-sufficient.
He will survive, yeah.
He'll be fine. Because he doesn't strike me like he's even open off that lifestyle. He's not Apollo, which we'll talk about in a second. But he can do better than Candy. And I don't mean to be mean, but technically he's a cute guy. Yeah. He's got personality. He's smart.
And he's in the industry enough that I'm sure he's rubbed shoulders with a whole bunch of people that he
could do better than Candy Burris. I'm sorry.
And people would scoop him up in a minute.
Oh, what? Especially now that people have seen him? Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, he's too small for me, but if I could see.
If
I'd
rock out,
a taller version, bigger version of him.
If he came a step to me, I'd be
I
like,
might go that route. You know what I'm saying? Put another
especially
6-7 inches on him. Yeah. And he's cute.
Yeah.
I'd take him. He's from New York.
Yeah, real laid back, really,
easy going. I mean, he's smart and he's just a well-rounded. He's mature. I love the way he handles conflict. Like he doesn't get involved in this nonsense. Like he knows he thinks before he speaks.
Yeah,
he's a good guy. Like and I think she's a great girl too. I think
she's got to get rid of the mother.
But the mother,
she's got to get rid of the mother. And her camp's got to go.
Yeah. Oh,
she got to gut her camp.
Yeah, that Don Juan.
Yeah, that's another one. But
yeah, we talked about him before.
But she's got to gut her camp. Basically,
she got to kind of just stop. Being like she's doing what guys do, like that.
Hold on to like
my crew.
Yeah, she needs to keep them at. I'm not saying like disown them and not speak to them anymore, but they need.
You could be friends, but maybe you just don't work with them.
Yeah, you can't be as tight as she used to be.
Sometimes you have to have a separation of church and state. You can't.
And the thing about it is, I would say. I'm not one for like when you get a man, you throw your little pee. But if your man is a good man, and the riffraffs, they're riffraffs, then you need to focus on somebody that's leading you the right way.
Because at the end of the day, when they find somebody, they're going to be with that person. You need to find a person who you're going to be with for the rest of your life.
And he's a good, solid dude. It's not like he's shady and they shady, and you're like, oh, who do I choose? Yeah, he's clearly on a right path, and you clearly have issues with them because you're going back and forth with them every minute.
Before he came into the picture,
so you need to distance them. You definitely,
but she won't.
Yeah, I know.
So, let's talk about Demetria and Roger Bob, because Roger Bob, that name came up like
Roger Bob sounds like Silent So Bob, but we gonna.
It sounds fake, right? Yeah, like, it sounds like a toy or something you take a bath with.
Yeah, I can't even believe he's up in the industry as he is, and he's supposed to be rubbing elbows with Tyler Perry, and he's a producer. Like, I can't even believe he does the thing that he does. But
I have to say this one thing about Roger Bob is like he seems very unaffected about celebrity, because like even when Kenya went to speak to him about creating a whatever show, he's very even keel, very calm. Like he's not like she came in her ass all popping and stuff, and he just kind of looked past her. Like
she did say that she's been dealing with him for a very long time. And he's been very respectful.
Exactly.
And Kenya will throw you under the bus.
Yeah,
in a minute.
Not. I can see him. He's probably as a successful black man, especially in Atlanta, where men are at a premium. He's probably had his choice of women. He's got money. He's successful. I get it, but he's even keel. He's kind of like he doesn't get hyped easily, which is a good thing, But I compare him to the producers, and I'm doing air quotes for y'all, that we see like on Love and Hip Hop. People who think anybody who's accomplished anything, they wear their their credentials on their sleeve and they lead with it. I've done this. I produced songs for this person.
I'm tired of saying who it is.
Yeah. Who else you want me to mention?
Did we ask you?
Yeah. Like I work with this person. I work with this person. You might know me from here. Whatever. He did not do any of that.
Nope.
And I think that's the business part of him, which I respect. Now, as far as his girlfriend is concerned,
I wrote, how you with somebody for 7 years, and you're in a relationship, and now you're coming out.
Yeah.
Really, girl? Really? 7 years?
You had to throw your phone down for that?
It's not even 1 year. 7 years, and then you're coming out?
This is the same girl who said if he proposed with Cheerios, she'd say yes.
Unacceptable. That's that low standard that what black women have these days.
And she's been his side piece probably for years, knowing he's dealing with other women. 7 years, apparently. And she probably is that type who probably lied to herself and everybody else. I don't want a relationship. I'm just doing me, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, you want this man, hoping if you just be the last woman standing, it'll be you. And I guess it's kind of you. Yeah. Kind of, sort of. I don't know, because he didn't show up for her party. And he's her manager.
Yeah.
It's like, you should be, if for no other reason, you should be there because you working. Yeah. You're getting paid to be there.
Yeah.
She's whack. I remember her on whatever that Tyler Perry show was.
If You Love Me, You're
House
Wrong?
of Pain.
Oh, okay.
That's where she's from. She plays the ex-crackhead mother of what's my man's name? The light skinned guy. He used to be on Cosby Show. He was on Jason's Lyric.
Oh, Alan Payne.
Yeah, she played his ex-wife, who was a former crack addict, and he was taking care of the kids.
It was a comedy?
Yeah,
kind of.
Comedy.
Okay.
And she, that was, I think, Tyler Perry's first, like, sitcom. And so she's an actress, like, and she has credentials. Like, she's on IMDb or whatever. So it's not like she's just some broad trying to get in the game. Of course, she's trying to up her ante, but, like, you know, you're not just a nobody.
Right.
And that's how she met him, because she met him through Tyler Perry and blah, blah, blah. But this is what I don't like about Demetria. I felt like she was trying too hard to, like, be down with the girls. Like, she wants to be on the show. I wouldn't be surprised if she's trying to, like, lobby so she can be, you know, hold a peach. So I felt like she was trying too much, and I didn't like her whole thing with Roger Bob. Like, your desperation, I could smell it through the TV screen. Like, I mean, even if you are vying for a ring or for a relationship, like, there's certain things you keep to yourself. Right. You don't put it out for the world. But what I didn't like about her is that when she was mad because there was a photo shoot.
I was going to say that. I was like, how are you mad on a photo shoot without getting any kind of, like...
You mad because they took a photo together?
That's what I wrote.
But the thing is, you mad at Kenya, you're not mad at him. First of all, you have nothing to be mad about because it's just a picture.
Yeah, and nothing else came of it. It's not like you saw them in other pictures or other things, or she tweeted, or there's any kind of Instagram kind of like we're together. It's like one photo op, which is his business to do.
They happen to be standing next to each other. And then you got the nerve to confront Kenya on some, well, you didn't turn down the rumors that there was nothing going on. She's supposed to go around saying that, oh, I took a picture with this man, but he's not my man.
But he's my man? When you're supposed to be with him?
Yeah.
So then the person that you need to be going to is him.
Even though there's nothing to go to him about, because all he did was take a picture.
Yeah.
Displaced, anger, frustration. You mad because he won't claim you. So you can't bring it to him because you know he's just going to be like, bye, Felicia. So you're going to go to the chick, which is typical woman. Again, man's cheating, you mad at the chick, you're not mad at the man.
Yeah.
Age old.
Yeah. And too old for that.
Too old for that.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, I didn't like the way she came into
when she
to
walked
the studio with that white outfit. Like, look at me, I'm hot. Like, and get over yourself.
Just wait. Take a minute. We don't have to take anything. Just come sit down.
Yeah. You're doing way too much. But you're auditioning. You're trying to be on the show. Yeah. It's not an audition.
Yeah. I didn't like the way she came to Kenya on her little premiere thing, which took forever. They played her out. Yes. They were like, when is it coming on? Oh, I got to go.
Yeah. You played yourself several ways. Number one, you stepped to Kenya when you had no business. B, your outfit was whack. C, your shit ain't prepared.
Your shit is not prepared.
Your man ain't here for your coming out party.
And then you never even showed up to say thank you to the ladies, so they bounced because they didn't hear nothing from you.
I felt sorry. I was embarrassed for her. I did. Yeah. I can't watch that.
I mean, I don't even know how old she is, but I hope she's in her 20s.
I don't think so. I think she's probably in her early 30s. She's grown. Oh. But even if she is in her 20s, in the industry, 20s means you're 30.
That's true. You're supposed to be seasoned enough. And like you said, she's a working actress, so she should know.
You're a working actress.
If you're coming out with some video, you should know the segue to that is the same protocol in terms of when you're premiering something.
Yeah, and if that's your man, and this is what makes me feel like there's something fishy about it, because Roger Bob seems very efficient. But he seems very much about his business.
He probably knew this shit wasn't good. Yeah.
Roger Bob wouldn't allow that. Because I think if Roger Bob was involved, that would have panned out the way it was supposed to, which makes me feel like this is something she either tried to do on her own, or I mean, she hooked up with somebody else.
And was like, are you coming?
Yes. And you saw the picture he had in the office was on the floor of her. Yeah, that's my lady. And
he kind of was like, I'm on camera.
Yeah.
I've been dealing with her
I can't
for 8 years. I gotta be,
Yes,
my lady. Because he kind of said it like it was like a recording.
Yes. Like, here's the press play. That's my lady.
Press play. That's my lady. He did. He did. He kind of was like straight face, not like no, that's my girl. You know, like he's like,
that's my heart.
He's like, yeah. It's like that's my
I have to say this. We had a conversation yesterday. I told her,
and I can't play her out on
tomorrow.
Camera.
I'm gonna claim her. Today is tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna claim her. I told her as of tomorrow, I'm gonna claim her.
So I'm gonna claim her
tomorrow.
After midnight.
It's tomorrow.
It's me.
Yeah.
I didn't get to put a picture up yet, but it's coming up.
It is coming up. Yeah.
But it's there. You see the holes in the wall. It's coming.
Yeah.
So I just felt like it just was a hot mess, and I was embarrassed for her. We're going to stop here, and we're going to continue with Real Housewives of Atlanta.